Hey, it's Boiler from Hitman Credit Solutions. Today I want to talk about the ethics of credit repair. Is all of this ethical? Stay tuned to hear my thoughts, and I'll give you a free gift at the end. I'll give you a link to my book. Thanks. Let's talk a little bit about ethics. You have your ethics, I have my ethics. They're probably really similar, but a lot of the things that we talk about are going to be gray areas because debt collection not everybody believes in. That's their choice not to believe in it. But if you're watching this video, you probably believe in it. You want to just make sure that you're being ethical. And whatever you do, and this goes beyond debt collection, whatever you do, you have to work within your ethics. Don't do anything outside of your ethics. I certainly wouldn't ask you that, and hopefully nobody else asks you to work outside of your ethics. So make sure that you're working within your ethics. So with that said, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the ethical dilemmas on dealing with debt collectors and dealing with bad credit. So the first thing to think about is the person or the company that you're dealing with on the other side. Say, I'm gonna use the example of you had a Sears credit card and now Midland Funding is calling you to collect on it. So think about, were these companies ethical? So was Sears ethical? Did they do everything within their power to work with you and get you a credit card that you could afford and that you could make payments on? So there's that argument, especially in the mortgage arena with the big lenders like Wells Fargo and all these people. A lot of times they knew you were never going to pay this loan. So was it ethical to give you a loan that they knew you weren't going to pay? The financials just didn't support you buying this house. So there's a lot of it's on you for signing for the house, but a lot of it, the other half of the argument is that it's on them for giving you the opportunity to buy this house that you never could afford. So just some things to think about. Are these companies ethical? The second thing to think about, especially with debt collectors, is do you owe them money? So, in our Sears and Midland Funding situation, when Midland Funding is on your credit report, do you owe them any money? If you go back and look at your Sears agreement with them, when you signed up for the credit card, what was on there? Did it say if you don't pay Sears, then you agree that you're going to pay Midland Funding? It never says that. I've looked at countless contracts and I've never seen anything that said that you agreed that it could be sold and that you would pay a third party. So read that contract if you like, but I've never seen it where it was transferable. So in my mind, you don't owe Midland Funding a cent. So think about the ethics of that. Them calling you on an account that they can't legally collect on. If they can't legally collect on it, tell them to send you the documentation. Tell them to send you something that you agreed to that empowered them to collect on this account. Can't do it. So the other thing to think about is, even if you don't agree with that, if you think Midland Funding should just be able to buy an account from somebody and force you to pay it, I don't agree with that. If I borrow money from my brother and then my brother tells my sister that she can have the debt, now I have to pay my sister, I don't think so. My agreement's with my brother. So just think about that a little bit. Also know that it's typical for these collection agencies to pay 7 cents on the dollar for an account. So for every dollar they're collecting from you, they paid 7 cents. That is one hell of a profit margin. So think about the ethics of that. I don't know what percent that is. I don't want to go back and do the math, but that's one hell of a business model for adding no value. So these people, they fight with you and they won't cut you a deal, or, these things, they paid 7 cents on the dollar. So I always mention to them that I know that, and I think that's a great spot to start your discussions with them. I used to do that. I used to call them and, try to negotiate a good deal. But lately I don't even talk to them anymore. I don't think they're a party to the contract. The original contract that I signed with, say, Sears, I don't think they're a party to it, so I don't call them back. There's no benefit to arguing with somebody that's not a party to the issue. So I don't call them at all. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the main tenet of credit repair is usually disputes. So a lot of people write in, this account isn't mine, when they damn well know it is theirs. A lot of times they'll say the account's wrong when they think that the account, the account amount is correct. So first of all, I don't think that you know what the amount of your account should be. I think that you don't have all that information. Did they give you a complete accounting and your agreement? Did they give you that? Then maybe you can figure it out. But anyhow, usually I think that's a valid dispute, that the amount isn't right. But if you're uncomfortable with that, you don't even really have to dispute and say why. Just on your dispute, you can ask TransUnion, for example, to verify the Midland Funding account number 123, whatever. Just ask them to verify it. What's unethical about that? That is your legal right. So think about that when you're thinking about disputes. Think about all of these things when you're thinking about whether credit repair is ethical. I believe it is. I'll do it all day long. I don't do credit repair, but I did write a book that I want to give you for free. If you go to my website, hitmancredit.com, you can download my book for free. Also, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. It'll alert you every time that I put out new content. I hope you enjoyed this talk. Hope it makes you think about your ethics.